Hey, let's go!
I'm like this, which is actually a lot comfier than going like this. Oh. Screenshot that, it's a beautiful angle. About 15 minutes later, so they're all terminated, give them the old chop. Yo, welcome back. So in today's video, I am back at the rewire. We are second fixing. Nick's got a parcel.
Yeah!
You like parcel turned up. So we're second fixing this meat. We'll call it a media wall because technically you've got the alcove lights, you've got 4 data points, you've got satellite, so a shotgun satellite, but we ran separate cables, and then you've got an aerial point as well. So these 3 cables we don't actually have the outlets for yet. They're getting delivered tomorrow, so I can't finish that. But I can finish these and finish the sockets. Standard click.
Just realised I need to order another grid.
Yeah?
So the other ones we've done these and these in the same one.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, blank module.
Yeah, I'm going to order now.
So yeah, let's get these on. But I'll run you through the basics of it. Alright, so I'm going to start with the datas. So what I'll do first is I'll slide this over. I figured out with these back boxes, these are clip back boxes. I don't think it's the lugs, I think it's these screws. They're just a bit naff. So they're like the crosshead ones, so just not using them, just using traditional flatheads. So slide this over, I'll screw that back, and then I'll have a look, see how much cable I need, because obviously you need to push it back and then not have too much, so all 4 modules will still fit nice and secure. Right then, so I've got the faceplate. I've just started it with my screwdriver, but then guess who left their Bosch go at home? So we've got a weir interchangeable bit jammed in a combi driver, and
Combi driver?
Combi driver.
Oh, wow. That's a new one for me.
So it worked quite well though.
Jesus, don't show people that on YouTube. They shout at you.
Why not?
I got 3.5 million people shout at me on my short for using a Bosch Go to do a pin-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's screwed back, what I'm going to do is, what I usually do is push the cables back so they are bending at 90 degrees, like so. And then you roughly know, probably 3-4 centimeters out of the box, and then just give them the old chop. Try and get more than one, like that. And then now it's a case of using, we have got that new Klein tool, but I'm still sticking to this because it's a little bit smaller just to spin round. So get it on the Cat 6 cable. I normally strip about that much. So get that on there, spin it around a couple of times, take it off, snap it one way, snap it the other way, give it a little wiggle, and then it pulls off. And then it's a case of repeating that process on all 3. Right, now we're at this stage, so they're all stripped and we're left with the 4 pairs of 2 all twisted together still. With these Cat 6 modules, these ones, normally they come with a little cable tie that goes through there, but just these ones haven't come with any. So what you're meant to do is do the punch down tool and then secure the outer sheathing to the module, but we don't have any, so I can't do that. It isn't really going to make much of a difference because it's a massive 35mm back box, so there's loads of slack for it to go back so they won't pull out, whereas if you fit in a 25mm one, sometimes it's a bit tight and you have to like squeeze it back, and then some of these could end up popping out, but it's not the case here. So what we're going to do now is, using the screwdriver trick, get the little one out. So you want a little flathead screwdriver, you go in between the 2 pairs, so I've got this orange one, so you slot it in like that, and then you put your finger on the tip and just pull down, and then repeat that process, and that straightens out the cables just to save going like that for about 2 hours of twisting them all. Right, now they're all straightened out, I've just put them back to straight rather than like that. Look like someone's been electrocuted. So get your module, Cat 6 modules, get your punch down tool. So what we're doing now is you look on the back and you can see the colours. So you've got all the colours on there, and you've got tradition. I think you can terminate it in A or B, but pretty much everyone always just do it in B because I think B is the better one. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just match the colours with the ones on here and then push them down. So I'll show you on a couple, but then I've got the repeat process again on everything. I know I keep saying that, but it's nothing more to it, isn't it? It's literally just repeat on these.
Yeah.
It's one of those jobs, and then I've got about 100 to do upstairs, so the joys. About 15 minutes later, so they're all terminated. So now it's a case of having a look see where the cables come from above. So I've separated them. So this one is the furthest right on the chase coming down. Well, they cross over a bit, but where it comes into the box, this is the first one on the right. So it's just a case of pushing it back and then clipping the bottom in, then pushing the top in like so, and you'll hear it snap in place like so. So just keep working your way all the way along, making sure you're tucking the cable like I said at the start, like a bit of a 90 and bending it up. So straight at the bottom, then the top, bash. There we have it. So we are going to go around and label all these and test them. I've got the testers just here, but I've not done the ends upstairs, so that's like a server room upstairs. So I'll probably tomorrow might film bits of that. So what I'll do is I've got the two device testers. So you put one in this port here, and then you find the corresponding one upstairs, and then you label each end up saying lounge number 1, lounge 2, lounge 3, lounge 4, and then you know what you're plugging into what in the server room. So now we've done the faffy one. Like I said before, we can't do this one yet. So straight onto the sockets, normal sockets. So straight off the back, pretty much all we're going to need is CK cutters, screwdriver, and some earth sleeving. But let's start. So straight away, just make a nick on the cable with these. So like so. I'll come down here, make a little incision, grab the earth out, grab it, pull that all the way up to my nick, separate the cables down here again, like that, put my cutters down, and then just pull that up and then pull it down like so. That gets the outer sheathing off. Another good little tip is, Nick's robbed the bucket, but put a bucket below you and then you can just throw it all below you. I'm going to clean all this mantelpiece and everything up before we're done, but Nick's still got a bond a bit, so it's pointless tidying it up 3 times. I may as well just make a bit of a mess and tidy up the once. Now that's all the outer sheathing stripped off, so what we're left with now is theoretically singles and exposed copper for the earth. So I'll get my ear sleeve in here, pull a bit of this off, give that a little snip, and then I'll start sleeving this up and stripping back the singles so it's just enough to go into the single socket or the double sockets. And the audio is going to change a bit now as my AirPods just died. I'm filming off my phone, so it's on the tripod. Put it off Amazon, just like a cheap little £20 one. Works so it worked well when I did that video. The previous video to this one coming out, I think, will be the one of me shooting in the field, the fuse board. So I don't know how it's done yet, it's going out tonight. So fingers crossed it does alright. But getting the socket on, terminating the socket. I don't want to show too much of this just because I don't want to show every, it's not really like a how-to, but it is. It is and it isn't, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy who's like encouraging DIY work and stuff, but then I don't want to be just filming saying, I've done this, it's on, do you know what I mean? So it's a happy medium with in between, but you can see I sleeve everything up. The main thing with stuff like this is your prep work, so pushing your earth like that and that one up, and then twisting it. So I know live's on the right, so push that one down, push that over. So I've got both lives on the right, both neutrals on the left, and both earths at the top, because the terminations on these are earths are top right and top left, live is on the right and neutrals on the left. So it's one of those, just making sure it all fits and then putting some nice bends on it so it goes back nice, and then slowly what I do is terminate live and neutral, put some bends on them a bit so they're a bit nice, then naturally let it wiggle its way back like that. Still not terminate the earths, because then the thicker cables have got the correct bends. Then I pull it back like that, just enough, put some nice bends on the earths and terminate the earths in, whichever side's best. Usually I put them together. If it's one cable, obviously just the one side. That's that all done. Once I've got that last faceplate on, I'm going to perfectly level them with a laser so they are bang on. They're pretty level at the minute. I know the sockets are just a little bit, so don't worry about that. Save a comment, so don't roast me yet. I am fixing that. Now I've got the joys of climbing up here, so get up here, which this is actually not too bad considering the other cupboards we've been in today. Got 2 screws straight into the laughing plastic ceiling, screw it straight up, and then terminate this pendant. What we've done here is, because there's so many lights in this room, we took the feed and everything to the switch. So that's why we did that, and then we've got 2 cables here. So one cable goes down to the switch, and then one cable comes round to that other alcove. So terminating these is nice and easy. It's just live into live, neutral into neutral, and earth into earth. You haven't got to worry about loop or nothing like that. So nice and easy.
Okay, let's go.
This is the joys. I'm echoing because I'm in here. Let me come down a bit.
What did you say, so?
Just have a little seat.
I thought you said something about my mom then.
I don't know. Not yet. Yeah, so I'm having fun terminating this. What I've done is wedged my knees against that and wedging my back against. So I'm like this, which is actually a lot comfier than going like this. Oh, screenshot that. It's a beautiful angle. So yeah, I'm terminating this. But one of the problems we've had is the pendant dangles too low. As you can see, you've got a bulb going on that, so it's going to be like that. So we're going to have to cut these right down, as the customer wants pendants here. So they're going to put a super duper bright bulb in. So let's cut these down, and then I'll show you up here once I've finished terminating. Right, I've just taken you off the tripod. I've finished that light. However, I've cut it down to the shortest length, and yeah, if I hold you level, you can still see the bulb, which everyone's height is about here where you are currently. So yep, that's not worked. So back to the drawing board we go. We spoke about whether LED strip or downlight, but we couldn't get a downlight in there. So yeah, back to the drawing board. Right then, so I'll just give you a little run round of this job. So it's one of those really, we're rewiring it and then we are bonding it. Well, bonding so we can get the fronts on, make it safe. So we're downstairs currently. The customer has got, I think they're Tiffany lights. So what we're doing is we're stripping it ready, smoke alarms, getting them on, not putting the fronts on because it's still dust airborne and it actually breaks the smoke alarms. But I'll just run you into one of these many little cupboards, which there are. So in here, what we've been doing is putting a switch there and a socket down there. It's kind of like a little cloakroom, but there's one light in every room, and then a little pendant up there, so it's nice and light in these little cloakrooms. Thanks for watching this video. So this has been me fitting data sockets, double sockets, and having a little faff in that tight little space up there.
Hey, not the first time.
So I'll try and get a video tomorrow of me sorting out the other end of all these data cables, but I thought I'd just do a little short video of this here, because loads of people are having this at the minute on Nick, like the media walls.
Yeah, one thing you haven't said about that is that all the brickwork is being smashed off and it actually is being some form of media wall.
Yep, so this is like going to be all recessed, but that's what's happening. So thanks for watching, catch you on the next one, bye!
Love you, bye!